right, so today I want to talk about a question that comes up quite frequently, probably every week, and that question is, are cell towers going away? You know, hey, Tower Genius, what do you think? Are towers going to be here in the next 15, 20 years? So let's break this question down a little bit. So in our opinion, cell towers are not going away anytime soon. However, not all cell sites are going to be here in the next 15, 20 years. So we need to really define what is a cell tower and what is a cell site. So all cell towers are cell sites. So the technical name for a telecommunication site is a cell site. And you have towers and you have cell sites. Cell sites would be, for example, if this water tower here behind me had antennas on it, that would be a cell site. So any type of structure that has antennas located on it would be considered a cell site. They can be smokestacks, they can be billboards, they can be rooftops, they can be street signs, any type of structure. Electrical transmission tower could be a cell site, water towers, things like that. And sometimes you actually have a rooftop tower where you might have a flagpole, for example, like a fake flagpole mounted, which is an actual tower, and that is that's like a hybrid cell tower and a cell site. But so we've been pretty consistent at Tower Genius about the future of rooftop cell sites in urban areas, and we don't think that they're going to be around in 15, 20 years. A lot of them will be going away. The reason is you got to think, put yourself in Verizon's shoes or AT&T or T-Mobile shoes. So if you have a mature rooftop cell site in a major urban area like New York City, Manhattan, Brooklyn, Queens, etc., or in Los Angeles or San Francisco, where primarily the network is deployed on rooftops, and those mature sites have been escalating at 3% or 4% a year. Maybe they're paying $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 a month, in 2025 or 20. Let's just go out to like 2030, 2035. If some of these cell sites haven't had rent reductions implemented on them and haven't had their leases amended, these sites are going to be pushing $7,000, $8,000, $9,000 by that time. So what the industry has done is they've lobbied Washington, D.C., and where they can tie into fiber, they are putting up small cell nodes on light posts, street lamps, things like that, and they're only paying $270 a year. So again, if you're Verizon or AT&T or one of these carriers, and you have, let's say you have an area where you have 4 or 5 cell sites that are all paying above $7,000, $8,000 a month on rooftops, would it be smarter to put in 50 small cells in that area, for example, that are only paying $270 a month? So of course you do that. You want to reduce your costs, right? The besides electricity and power, the rent is the number one. The rent is the number one expense that they have. So are cell towers going away in the future? I think like the longevity of these suburban and rural sites is, they're going to be here, during our lifetime. They're not going away. So if you have questions, follow the link. I'll put a link in the description back to our website at Tower Genius. I'll break this down a little bit more. Perfect example. Yesterday, we had a call from a landlord out in the Midwest. They had a question. They were with the tower company that had their lease assigned from AT&T. Is Parallel Infrastructure, and they were trying to get in touch with them about a question about their tax payments. And so I just Googled the phone number real quick, and up popped the news article. Parallel was just bought out an hour ago. It hit the news wires by Harmony, and now Harmony, I think it was like a $1 billion plus transaction, and hundreds of sites acquired. So companies like that wouldn't be investing all that money if these towers were going away. It just wouldn't make sense. So if you have any questions about the value of your cell site, the potential obsolescence of a rooftop cell site, if you have questions about your lease value, things like that, give us a call at Tower Genius. Our number is 888-313-9750, and we'll talk to you soon. And as a quick follow-up note, so if you have one of these rooftops in a big city like Los Angeles, New York City, San Francisco, etc. And you have a rooftop cell site lease that's already pushing 5-6 grand and is going up. You need to take a look at what's the future viability of that particular cell site, and are they building out the small cell network in the area? Are they putting up small cells, and do they have a plan to to install a bunch of them? And you got to pay close attention to that, because at one point it will reach critical mass, and no one's going to want to buy it at that point. So you collect the rent for as long as you can, as much as you can, but at some point, if you're looking to sell your rooftop cell site lease, there will be a point when no one's going to purchase it, simply because it's just not going to have that value anymore. It's not going to hold that value that it does right now in 2022. So we do believe that a good portion of these rooftop cell sites in these areas, the antennas mounted on roofs, not towers, not the rural sites, but these are urban rooftop sites, are going bye-bye. They're going the way of the dodo bird, and you don't want to be left holding the bag. And if you're wondering why some of these companies are willing to purchase these things, frankly, some of the folks that are working these, the VP of acquisitions, like these are not infrastructure people. Like, these guys are bankers, finance people. They're going to wrap that lease up. They're going to package it off and sell it to some other knucklehead or numbnut that really knows nothing about wireless. So transfer the risk to somebody else, while you can. That's our opinion. If you're in a city with an overpriced cell site, you might want to think about selling it, and that's my opinion. Yeah, one more quick thing before I forget. So if you are looking to sell a rooftop cell site lease, or even if you're looking to sell a cell phone tower in an urban, suburban, or rural area, you can transfer that risk to somebody else, right? So you're selling that your interest in the tower in the form of an easement for like a cash lump sum, and you can talk to your commercial real estate broker and your tax advisor about doing a 1031 exchange. So you have, like, after you cash out of that lease, you've got 6 months to buy a like kind property, and you talk to a 1031 exchange professional, qualified intermediary about that. But you can do a 1031 exchange. Let somebody else take that risk. Don't get stuck holding the bag on a cell site. If that keeps you up at night, sell it, and buy something else. Buy some commercial property. Buy some rental property.